Talk us through the move to Dundee and how excited you are to get going.
I am buzzing. I wasn't playing much down there. Hit a bit of a brick wall. I was missing home a lot, so I was wanting to come up the road, get back playing football. Looking back, the most enjoyable time in my career was probably Hibs. Living in Edinburgh with my mates and my family, scoring goals every week. So I kind of thought of, I actually miss Scottish football. I wanted to come back up here. There was a few clubs interested, not many, if I'm honest. And the gaffer here, obviously, I've played one before at Hibs and that, so it made sense. He knew what I was like. He knows that I'll score goals for him. He knows my personality well and that as well. So it made sense, and when I found out, I was buzzing straight away. Couldn't wait to drive up, got it signed, and settled in nicely. The boys have been different class.
How important is that relationship? Because I think that's it. I mean, we love you. You're such a unique character, a really talented footballer. But James knows who you are, and nothing's going to be a shock to him.
Aye, that's true. But a lot of people, managers and people that see sometimes the daft interviews or stupid stories or here and there, they didn't know what I'm like personally as a boy every day. I come in every day, I work my balls off, if I'm allowed to say that, sorry. But, I work hard every day. There's a time and a place for messing about. I like a joke and a bit of banter here and there with the boys in the changing room and that. But come training, come games, I'm fully focused. The gaffer knows that about me. He knows I'm not a bad lad. And as I said, that I'll do everything for the team, and hopefully I can bring some goals.
Yeah, don't go changing on us.
No.
I mean, you saw the Sean Dyche stuff yesterday. Football needs a bit more off the boring. It's too black and white. It's too boring.
Mate, I agree. But the thing is, a lot of players, they're robotic. No, like, good to get the 3 points. Fans were brilliant. Like, no one's. It's boring. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that's kind of the way that you need to be these days. Because when you go the other way, like the way I go sometimes, and just be honest, speak myself like I would speak to my mates or whatever, everyone just batters you. Do you know what I mean? They're like, but we're wanting characters in the game, the Gazas, like George Best and that. As soon as one comes along, the moment you have a bad game, they're on your back for it. Oh, he messes about too much. And if I'm honest, it's actually probably hindered me getting moves. I feel like being yourself sometimes hinders that. Like managers for an outside will be like, the boy Cummings is a bit of a dafty in his interviews or whatever. And that's why the gaffer knows, he knows what I'm like. So he knows that I'm actually, I do take my job seriously. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. You've got to have
I do like
staff wit. You've got to have intelligent staff wit, Jason.
I don't know what that means, but fantastic.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, you can't be a dafty if you're bright enough to be funny. That's what I'm saying.
Aye, exactly, mate. Exactly, mate.
Game this weekend. You'll want to get up and running. As you said, you've not had as many minutes recently as you want. Are you in fine shape? Could you hit the ground running?
I'm in great shape. Well, I've not had many games, so my game time's not been great. But doing there, I kind of knew that I was going to get a move, so I was working hard, doing extra runs, extra shooting. So for the last few months, I have been grafting. I feel fit, probably the fittest I've felt in a while as well. I feel sharp. I'm ready to go once called upon, to be fair. So whenever the gaffer decides to put his in, I'm ready to go. And I read a lot about myself and that, and a lot of people thinking that I'm not the same type of player. I've lost my way. My record lately has been poor or whatever. But I've not been playing. You know what I mean? Like, I've not had game time. I've not been playing. Whenever I play, I'll score goals. Do you know what I mean? I'm confident in that. So I just like to get out there and remind everyone what I'm all about.
Just following on from what you said there, I mean, do you feel you're coming back to Scotland with a bit of a point to prove?
Slightly, mate. Slightly, because I feel like I've got nothing to prove in the way that I've already achieved a lot. I've already showed everyone what I'm capable of. I've scored goals in Scotland, down south. So in that aspect, I've got nothing to prove. But there's a lot of people that have still got things to say, just doubting me for the last couple of seasons. And that's, as I said, it's just been game time, eh? I feel like down there, I didn't really suit playing in League One, if I'm honest. I feel like you need to be either 6'4", or you need to run about all day, have a good engine, and that was the players that kind of got picked every week, and the managers were honest with that when they told me, we're not playing because we just want someone to run about all day, or you're not tall enough, basically. So I didn't get much game time now, but as I say, when I did play, I still scored.
How would you sum up? I mean, it's been a few years you've been in England. How would you sum up your time down there?
I don't know. It was a bit stop-start. I enjoyed it. I have no regrets for going down there at all. I played in some good stadiums. Obviously, scored 2 against Liverpool. Was probably the best night and probably the best game I've ever been part of personally. So I wouldn't change that for the world. Played with good players against good players. A lot of experience. I met a lot of good people, and I'm glad I've done it. I'm glad I've done it. Obviously, I wish it went better. I'm not going to lie. I wish it went a wee bit better. Like, ideally, I'd still be doing there and playing in the Premier League, but I'm not. I'm up here, so. Aye, and I'll tell you what, I'm happy to be here. So, aye.
Is it a more mature, grounded Jason Cummings that's coming back to Scottish football?
Aye. I'd like to think so, mate. I've just got older. I think it just comes natural as you're older. Say back in the day when I was at Hibs, when I was in the limelight a lot, mate, I was 18, 19, 20. Just coming off the back of working as a gardener, mate. So I was like, everything was just new to me and that. So I would say now I'm obviously more mature, but I would just say with experience, I've kind of grown up a wee bit. But no, I'm still the same boy, still the same guy. But I like a laugh and a joke with the boys, as I says. But when it comes to training and game time, I'm serious. I'm ready to go.
And just a final one for me. I know you've kind of touched on this, how you feel that the outside view of Jason Cummings has maybe hindered your career in some of the ways. I think you said some managers might look at me and think I'm a bit of a dafty. I mean, is it a frustration that that's maybe people's view of you? And I take it, you're back in Scotland. Are you ready to now show everyone that I want people talking about Jason Cummings for the football, not the fun?
I do. I would prefer that, obviously. But it's just who I am, mate. I can't change who I am. It's my personality. It's the way I've always been. So I'm not going to change that. As I say, I'm not just going to start doing interviews like a robot and give everyone it'd probably benefit me, but it's not who I am. But I just say I'm still the same guy as what I was, and I always have been. And yeah, if you didn't like it, then it's not my fault, is it? But I will hopefully let my boots do the talking, instead of talking on here. So,
how confident are you, Jason, that you can get the goals that can hopefully fire Dundee to promotion?
I'm confident. A wise man once told me, Paul Heffernan, he told me the goals never move. So it doesn't matter what league you're in, doesn't matter what country where you are. The goals don't move; they're still there. So I'm confident now. If I get the ball in the box or wherever, I'll put the ball in the net. I've done it my whole career. Obviously done it at Hibs and at this level. 3 seasons in a row, I think I scored 20 plus. So, and I feel like I'm a better player. Well, I feel like I'm a much better player than what I was back then. So I didn't see it being a problem. Also, the boys here in the Gaffer play some good football. There's some quality players here. Charlie Adam, obviously, he'll be able to find me wherever I am. So, aye.
So much to to play for Dundee, isn't it? You know, you're only 1 point off second place. A lot to look forward to.
Aye. It's a big club, and it's a club that deserves to be in the top flight. As I say, the players that we've got here should be in the top flight. I know, I feel. It's a competitive league, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a few good teams in there, especially obviously Hearts were the favourites. Rafe, who we played, who beat us, I thought they were decent, and Dunfermline are up there as well. But we're on the same page that we're wanting promotion, and you know we'll do everything that we can to get promotion this season.
Yeah, 2 huge games coming up in 4 days, both of them at home. It'd be great to get 6 points. Obviously, Ayr United on Tuesday, but first of all, Inverness, Cali, Thistle tomorrow. You know, Robbo's teams are always going to give you a hard time, don't you?
It's going to be a tough game. As I say, is that every team in this league is a tough game. Even I've seen the teams who's at the bottom there, like Arbroath or Alloa. It's tough games, especially away from home. But we've got 2 home games coming up, which is an advantage for us. And as you say, it's getting a wee bit competitive at the top there. So we need to win every game we play. You know, every game that we go into, we'll be looking to get 3 points. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, important to make Dens. It's a bit cliche. Make Dens a bit of a fortress. Make it a place that other clubs just don't want to go to.
Aye, it is. Well, even if we just want to be that team that, even if it's home or away, we want to be that team that no one wants to play. You know, the team when you look at the fixture list and you're like, we're not playing Dundee away. So that's kind of what we want. And we're at home, but there's no fans, so it doesn't really matter that much that you're at home when you think about it. You know, the fans are a big loss this season. I think it's been rubbish. I can with COVID and that, we can't help it and that. But football needs the fans. Everyone misses the fans, and as soon as the fans can come back, you know, the better.
You said there was a couple of parties interested in bringing you back to Scotland, and one of the decisions that influenced you was the gaffer, obviously, at Dens. What are the attributes that he has that made it a no-brainer for you to come to Dens?
What, the gaffer?
Yeah.
Well, I just think the main reason was that I knew him. I knew him very well. I played with him, you know, and I'd say that was about it. You know, like, I know him well. He knows my personality. I know what he's like. He knows that I'll score goals for him. He knows that I'll work hard. We got on well when we played together. And obviously he's new into managing, so I didn't know really what he was like, what his training and all that was like. But as I said, I knew him, so it just helped. It just helped to move. Always helps when you know a manager beforehand. It always helps. Always.
So from your point of view, then, what else influenced your decision to wear the dark blue at Dundee?
What else influenced me, mate, to come to Dundee? As I said, I just wanted to come home, mate. That was probably the top of my list. I wanted to come back to Scotland. I wanted to come back to Scotland. There wasn't many teams interested. I said a couple, but Dundee was the best fit because I knew the gaffer, and just because even this league, it's an exciting league. I've already proven that I've scored goals at this league, and that was it, mate.
And the changing room you've covered, you've mentioned that as well. It's a fantastic group of guys that are in there for you. They've made you feel really welcome this week. How pleasing has that been for you?
That helps you massively, I know. I've settled. I've only been in not even a week yet, and I feel like I've been here months. Settled in. The boys are different class. I knew 5 or 6 of them just by playing before. Obviously, a couple of lads at Hibs, Fozzie Fonts. I knew McGee, Jack Hamilton for Scotland. I already knew a few coming in, and no, they've been brilliant. They've welcomed me with open arms. So, as I say, I can't wait to just get out, at the weekend, start scoring goals and doing well for the team and getting 3 points. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Have you set yourself any targets or any goals for the number of goals you could score between now and the end of the season? Or are you not really bothered about that?
Nah, mate. No long-term targets, mate. If I'm honest, I just want to score every game I play. Every single game I want to score. And if I score one in that game, I want to score another one. So I just take it game by game.
And it must be good to have the chance of getting regular first team football again after what's been happened at Shrewsbury on it.
Aye, well, I'm no young lad anymore. It's not like I'm old and past it. Well, a lot of people think I am, but I'm only 25. It's that age where you want to be playing every week. You know what I mean? You're coming into your prime years where you should be playing every week, and there's nothing worse when you're at a team and you can't get a sniff. It doesn't matter what you do in training. It doesn't matter if you do extra in the gym or you do this, you do that. You're just not playing. If your face doesn't fit, sometimes you didn't play, and I learned that a lot doing that. You know, it's all about opinions. And if the gaffer's not having you, then you're not playing. So that's why, as I say, he's coming up here. The gaffer knows me and he is having me. So hopefully I can get my game time back. Aye,
and you're fully fit and ready to go for Saturday. Aye,
fully fit, mate. Fully fit. Never felt better. I've been better in the gym and that, mate. So I've been getting bigger. And now my fitness has been good. Aye, I've been working hard. So I'm ready to go, mate.
Best of luck. Good luck.
Yes.